YouTube, what is up? It is the anonymous Sneakerhead, the most mysterious sneaker YouTuber in the game. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. The goal is to hit 500 subscribers by May 15th so we can do that giveaway. If we don't hit 500 subscribers by May 15th, there won't be a giveaway. I don't know if you guys got that right or whatever, but the goal is by May 15th. If it is by May 15th, then we will be doing the giveaway. Also, at the time of me recording this video, we are at, I think, 397 subscribers. So that's amazing. We are 3 away from 400, and we're more than a month away from May 15th. So I definitely think we could hit that 500 mark. Now, let's get into today's video. You guys read the title. You saw the thumbnail. The idea for this video came last week when I was thinking, well, not thinking, but something happened last week, and I'll get into that real quick. That made me think, you know what? I should make a list of the top 5 worst sneaker releases of 2020 so far. I know a lot of people do these lists every year at different times throughout the year, but as of right now, there's been a total of 5 shoes that really made me think, just why? Like, why did these come out? Why did these need to come out? Some of them, why did people buy them? But yeah, so I'm gonna get into that right now. And coming in at number 5, man, the first shoe on the list. Now, this shoe is on here for a couple different reasons. Number 1 is the price. It is way overpriced. You guys probably know what I'm talking about already. Way overpriced, and that is the Air Jordan 7 Hair 2.0, or the Hair Neutral Gray. And it's a cool idea for a shoe. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope concept for a shoe. Don't get me wrong. Having it look like Lola Bunny, putting the original hair skew on the heel, I think that's a dope touch. But for $250 to get this questionable Hair 7 is way too much money. Now, why do I think this shoe is so much worse than the Animal Instinct 3s that had the same hair on them? Then I'm not saying the Animal Instinct 3s were great. The Hair 7 original is a classic, and you can't go back and try to retouch that classic and put this gray hair all over it, little pink hits up at the ankle and on the tongue, and then call it the Hair 2.0. Or the neutral gray, or whatever they called it. Try to relate it back to the original Hair 7. It just doesn't work. And me personally, I'm not a Jordan 7 fan. One of my least favorite shoes to begin with. One of my least favorite silhouettes to begin with. And then just the whole aesthetic of the shoe, something just looks off, as well as adding the pony hair to it, adding the weird gray and that pink don't necessarily go together very well, in my opinion. The only saving grace of the shoe is the milk white outsole, but for $250, that's the main reason why it's only at number 5 on this list. I mean, I maybe would have paid $190 for it. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? $200, I don't think so, but $190, I maybe would have paid for it. If it was $190 and went on sale for $150 or $140, I definitely would have picked it up because it's definitely a year from now. Nobody's gonna be paying $300-$400 for that. It's already going for under retail right now on the GoDaddy. But that is number 5. Now, coming in at number 4 is another weird one, and the reason why this is in number 4 and not lower is just because I don't know too much about the shoe. I don't know too much about if the shoe was supposed to stand for anything, and I also know it was a woman's release, but I'm pretty sure it came in extended sizes, and that is the Air Jordan 1. Yes, there is a Jordan 1 on this list for one of the worst sneaker releases of the year, the Air Jordan 1 Disco Ball. Why? It looks like you just got a bunch of broken up glass, put it on there. I know they tried to make it look like maybe something that was designer. I do know you have some more higher upper end shoes that have this mirrored look going throughout the entire shoe and have like that broken glass and weird shattered-ish feeling. But this shoe just doesn't work. Doesn't look like it would be comfortable at all. Looks like the panels on it would break off or crease or crack in weird places. Once again, this is a shoe that did not sell out right away. It is on GoDaddy for, I don't know what it retailed at, but it's on GoDaddy for anywhere from $150 to $170. My guess is that it retailed at $160, maybe $140. I'm not sure what it retailed at, but definitely going for less than retail. Definitely a shoe that I've never seen anyone wear. Don't think I will see anyone wear. Just don't see the point of this sneaker. I don't see the point of the whole disco ball vibe. To me, it's a sneaker that you would give your daughter who's in the 4th grade or the 5th grade who's going to a party with a bunch of lights in it, and they can walk around and be cool to all their friends. This is a sneaker that I would see an elementary school girl or even an elementary school boy wearing around and beating up and roughing up, and it's just a shoe to have and throw away later when they grow out of it. So that is the number 4 sneaker on this list. And moving on to the number 3 sneaker on this list, let's keep the theme of the mirror going. Now, at first the concept could have been dope, and I hate to put it on this list, but Nike, you really need to step your game up with this particular area, and that is the Black History Month Air Jordan 1. Now, to me, one of the worst sneaker, I guess, packages or collections, or whatever you want to call it, that Nike does every year, one of the worst ones is the Black History Month collection, and I think that is a shame because it could be so much better. The Black History Month Air Jordan 1, not Air Jordan 1, Air Force 1 is number 3 on this list because it looks like they just tried to do too much with the shoe. They did the whole thing with the hanging threads on the swoosh and saying, oh, it could be customizable to anybody, and they put the little cutout, ripped up looking toe box with the mirror in it, so it's saying you're the star of the show. You look down, you see your reflection in the mirror. And then they had the different colors of the Pan-African flag, and they took the laces out and put in that little cross bungee lacing. They just did too much with the shoe. Didn't necessarily represent Black History Month in the way that I know a lot of people would have liked it to have represented Black History Month. And that's why this is number 3 on the list, man. Nike definitely need to step it up with the Black History Month collection every year. Could have been done a lot better. There was just way too many ideas put into this one shoe, and none of them were executed correctly, and it came out into this garbage right here, and it's still sitting on the sneakers app. Definitely way under retail on the GoDaddy, probably StockX too. I don't really check StockX, but that is the number 3 worst sneaker release of the year for me. Now, the number 2 worst sneaker release of the year for me, I knew is the first one so far on this list. The last 2 I knew they were going to flop, but it is the first shoe on this list so far that I knew was going to flop off the rip, like right off the rip when I first saw it and come into upcoming on the Nike sneakers app, and that is the Nike KD 13 Hype. Why would you name a sneaker Hype? All right, so obviously guys, Nike is not sleep. They're not blind to the sneaker game and to hype beasts. They obviously know that hype is something that people chase, but you know the number one way to take away hype from a sneaker is to name it Hype. Because what the hype beasts do more than anything that they do, what's the one, when you tell someone, bro, I think you're a hype beast, what's the first thing they say? I'm not a hype beast. So they're not gonna buy this KD 13 Hype with these weird, they said it's supposed to represent KD's music taste, but it's supposed to be a fake-ish designer shoe to me. A hype beast starter is what it looks like. You got the Versace-ish, you got the not Versace-ish chains going on, the not Gucci vibe going on. You got all of this print, this designer print all over the sneaker. And just to top it off, the KD 13 is not a great silhouette to begin with. Most new, not anything against the KD line, but just most new basketball sneakers aren't great silhouettes to begin with because they're performance-based shoes only. These shoes are made to break ankles and dunk on people. And the KD Hype silhouette, still sitting, gonna go on sale. If you want these, I would never get them. But if you want these, you could probably wait a year and get them for $100, maybe $90. You might even find them in like a DSW or a Famous Shoe or something. This is definitely one of the worst sneaker releases of the year so far, and probably will remain one of the worst sneaker releases of 2020. Now at number 1, it hurts me to do this, man. It doesn't even hurt me to do this, man. Nike messed up here. At number 1 is a sneaker that really, really upset me, and not necessarily because of the sneaker being bad. The sneaker's bad, but the timing of it is worse. The sneaker is terrible. So we all know the year 2020, it is the 30th anniversary of one of the most iconic silhouettes that Nike has ever made, and that is the Air Max 90, and we've been getting a bunch of different Air Max 90 colorways. I picked up the Volt ones. We got the Hyper Grapes. We got the blue ones, the pink ones. I know there's a mint one coming out. There's an orange one coming out, a bunch of them. And everyone thought for Air Max Day, it would make the most sense this past March for Air Max Day if we got infrared Air Max 90. That would have been great. 30th anniversary infrared Air Max 90, boom. But it's been announced that we're getting the Air Max 90, the infrared Air Max 90 later in the year. So what did they give us on Air Max Day? This spot is actually held by 3 sneakers. One sneaker, but in 3 different colorways. It's how to spell by 3 sneakers. And that is the Air Max 90 in the metallic pack, the metallic colorways. We got a gold, we got a rose gold, and we got a chrome. These things look terrible. The all white midsole, that's taking away from everything that the Air Max 90 is. One of the main sticking points of the Air Max 90 that made it such a hit in pop culture is the airbag midsole. Let me just pull one. I know there's one right here. I don't even know which one this is. Okay, so is the midsole, like this pop right here, so the midsole being white and then having the airbag that goes up to the sneaker being its own different color, the midsole being a part of the shoe, that is one of the sticking points of the Air Max 90. And they just made the whole thing white and put this shiny, disgusting upper on top. It looks like as soon as you touch it, your fingerprint's going to be left on it. They didn't make any they didn't do any way to accentuate the license plate on it, is what I call it. And it's just terribly executed. All three different colorways. They're not going for much money. This is a shoe, like I said, when I saw it in upcoming, I was pissed off. Why would you do this to the Air Max 90 on the 30th anniversary of it? One of the greatest shoes of all time. And they just ruined it with these three colorways right here. But I mean, we do have, this did come out this year, you know what I'm saying? This came out this year in a bunch of different colorways. We're getting the infrared, so I mean, there is the redeeming quality in that. But if this sneaker came out in, I don't know, September, would it be one of my worst releases? No, it would just be a random release. But since it is the Air Max Day release, it is supposed to be celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Air Max 90. I think they really dropped the ball here big time. I'm really upset about how that went down. I feel like they did the Air Max 90 dirty, but we have a whole rest of the year for them to make up for it. And that is it for this list, man. That is it. Let me know down in the comments, what are your top 5 worst sneaker releases of 2020 so far. But that is it. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Follow my Instagram at Anonymous Sneakerhead, y'all. We are almost at 400 subscribers. Let's hit 500 by May 15th. And as always, it's all about the sneakers.